Welcome to Empowered Echoes 8, where we delve into the meaning behind famous quotes. Explore influential words' context, history, and significance, and expand your understanding of the world. It is our way of explaining these famous quotes.
More smiling, less worrying. More compassion, less judgment. More blessed, less stressed. More love, less hate. Roy T. Bennett. The quote you have provided suggests that we should prioritize positive emotions and behaviors in our lives. Specifically, it encourages us to focus on smiling, compassion, blessings, and love while reducing worry, judgment, stress, and hate. By smiling more and worrying less, we can cultivate a positive mindset and reduce the impact of negative emotions on our lives. Similarly, by showing more compassion and less judgment towards others, we can create a more supportive and positive social environment, which can in turn improve our own well-being. The phrase "more blessed, less stressed" suggests that focusing on gratitude and appreciation can help us to reduce stress and anxiety in our lives. By taking time to recognize and appreciate the good things in our lives, we can shift our focus away from negativity and towards positivity, which can have a powerful impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Finally, the quote emphasizes the importance of love over hate. By focusing on love and cultivating positive relationships with others, we can create a more supportive and uplifting social environment, which can in turn improve our own sense of well-being. Overall, the quote encourages us to prioritize positive emotions and behaviors in our lives while reducing the impact of negativity. By doing so, we can create a more positive and fulfilling life for ourselves and those around us. You cannot control the behavior of others, but you can always choose how you respond to it. Roy T. Bennett. The quote you have provided emphasizes the importance of personal agency and responsibility in our interactions with others. Specifically, it suggests that while we cannot control the behavior of others, we always have the power to choose how we respond to it. This sentiment speaks to the idea that we are not passive recipients of the actions of others, but active participants in our own lives. We have the ability to choose how we react to the behavior of others, and this choice can have a profound impact on our own well-being and the quality of our relationships. By choosing to respond to the behavior of others with patience, compassion, and understanding, we can often diffuse conflict and create a more positive and supportive social environment. Conversely, if we react to negative behavior with anger, resentment, or aggression, we may exacerbate the situation and create more conflict and stress. In essence, the quote encourages us to take ownership of our own responses to the behavior of others. Instead of simply reacting to external stimuli, we can choose to respond in a way that aligns with our own values and priorities, and that promotes positive outcomes for ourselves and those around us. Overall, the quote highlights the importance of personal agency and responsibility in our interactions with others. By recognizing our own power to choose how we respond to external stimuli, we can cultivate a greater sense of control and well-being in our lives, and create more positive and fulfilling relationships with others. Even if you cannot change all the people around you, you can change the people you choose to be around. Life is too short to waste your time on people who don't respect, appreciate, and value you. Spend your life with people who make you smile, laugh, and feel loved. Roy T. Bennett. The quote you have provided speaks to the importance of choosing our relationships wisely and surrounding ourselves with people who bring us joy and positivity. It suggests that while we may not be able to change the behavior of others, we can choose to spend our time with people who respect, appreciate, and value us. This sentiment reflects the idea that our social environment has a powerful impact on our mental and emotional well-being. When we surround ourselves with people who uplift and support us, we are more likely to feel happy, fulfilled, and content. Conversely, when we spend time with people who drain our energy, undermine our confidence, or cause us stress, we are more likely to feel unhappy and unfulfilled. By choosing to spend our time with people who make us smile, laugh, and feel loved, we can create a more positive and fulfilling social environment for ourselves. This may involve cultivating new relationships with people who share our values and interests, or it may involve re-evaluating our existing relationships and making changes to better align with our needs and priorities. Ultimately, the quote encourages us to prioritize our own well-being in our relationships with others. By choosing to spend our time with people who bring us joy and positivity, we can create a more fulfilling and meaningful life for ourselves and cultivate deep, supportive relationships that bring us happiness and fulfillment. Simplicity, patience, compassion. These three are your greatest treasures. Simple in actions and thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies. You accord with the way things are. Compassionate toward yourself. You reconcile all beings in the world.
เราจูบ
The quote you have provided speaks to the virtues of simplicity, patience, and compassion, and how these qualities can help us live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. It suggests that by cultivating these qualities, we can connect with the essence of our being, find harmony in our relationships with others, and bring peace to the world around us. The first quality, simplicity, speaks to the idea of living a life free from unnecessary complexity and distraction. By focusing on the essentials and letting go of what is extraneous, we can reconnect with the fundamental nature of our being and find greater clarity and purpose in our lives. The second quality, patience, emphasizes the importance of accepting things as they are and cultivating a sense of equanimity in the face of life's challenges. By approaching both friends and enemies with patience and understanding, we can find greater peace and harmony in our relationships and create a more positive and supportive social environment. The third quality, compassion, highlights the importance of extending kindness and understanding to ourselves and others. By practicing self-compassion, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, and by extending compassion to others, we can create a more harmonious and compassionate world. Overall, the quote encourages us to cultivate a way of living that is simple, patient, and compassionate, and that allows us to connect with the essence of our being and create a more peaceful and harmonious world. By embodying these virtues, we can find greater fulfillment and meaning in our lives, and contribute to a more positive and compassionate society. I am not sure exactly what heaven will be like, but I know that when we die and it comes time for God to judge us, He will not ask, "How many good things have you done in your life?" Rather He will ask, "How much love did you put into what you did?" Mother Teresa. The quote you have provided speaks to the idea that the quality of our actions is more important than the quantity of good deeds we perform. It suggests that when we pass from this life and face judgment, what will matter most is the degree of love we put into our actions and the impact they had on others. This sentiment reflects a deeper understanding of the nature of goodness and morality, one that recognizes that love is the foundation of all moral action. Rather than simply doing good deeds for their own sake, the quote suggests that what matters most is the intention behind our actions and the degree to which they are motivated by a genuine desire to help and serve others. In this sense, the quote encourages us to approach our lives with a sense of purpose and intention, and to prioritize love and compassion in all that we do. It suggests that by cultivating a deep sense of love and empathy for others, and by putting that love into action through our deeds, we can create a more positive and meaningful life for ourselves and for those around us. Ultimately, the quote speaks to the idea that the quality of our lives is determined not by what we achieve or accumulate, but by the love we put into everything we do. By prioritizing love and compassion in our actions, we can create a legacy of goodness and positivity that will endure long after we are gone, and contribute to a more loving and compassionate world for generations to come.
We hope you enjoyed this journey into the world of quotes. Remember, quotes are not just words on a page. They are powerful tools that can shape our thoughts and actions. Use them wisely. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends.